This demonstration video will explain how to set up OpenGraph actions on your website to create a pop-up button that a user can click and enter a message while posting an action to their timeline. First, we'll go to the Facebook OpenGraph area in the developer portal. And once you're in your application, go to App OpenGraph and Stories and click Create New Story. From here, we're going to create a use action. The idea is that on some of our feature pages, we're going to be able to say, let a user click a button to say, I use this feature. So we type in use, click the plus sign, and then we say it's for an article, and we create this action type. This will automatically set up all the different views for it and how it's going to look. And then if we click into the types and edit the use action, we're going to want to set up some extra parameters for it. We'll set up a user message, which means that a user is allowed to enter their own message about the post to go in their timeline. And we're going to set the explicitly shared option. This means that the user is very aware that the post will go into their timeline. This can only be used on posts where there's a pop-up and the user is intentionally posting it to their timeline. It cannot be used for automatic actions like posting a read of an article or watching a video or something like that where the user is not necessarily aware that the post is going to happen. So we'll click Save Changes. And now we'll go into the JFB Connect OpenGraph area. The first thing we'll do is we'll create a new object for our feature pages. This is a Joomla content article. We want the type of these pages just to be called article. This is a Facebook built-in object. They already know what an article is, so we don't need to create a new one. And we're going to select the category that all feature articles are going to be of this object type. This is a way to customize some of the object information. If we want to change how the description for a Facebook post is created, we can change it from intro words, use the meta, or use characters, and we can set how long it's going to be here. This is for the automatic detection of OpenGraph tags by JFB Connect. So now we save that. We go back to the OpenGraph home, and now we're going to create an action that can work on those objects we just created. Say new, and we want a new custom action. And our action is used. That's what we created in the Facebook developer area. We want it published. It is not a built-in Facebook action since we created it. And we said that this has the ability for a user message and it is explicitly shared. And we want this action to be able to be used on our JFB feature pages. We're going to say a user can post this multiple times to their website or to their timeline if they want, but we're going to say they can only do it once every hour. That's a good way to just prevent unintentional clicks. We'll leave the action type at manual because this is something the user manually has to do. So once that's done, we click Save, and now we see that the action ID is 1. That's important for the next step. So here we're going to edit our OpenGraph article. And at the very top, we're going to add our new action button. The text is what the button will contain, so I use this great feature will be a button that is shown to the user. And the ID is the actual action that we just created. So now we save this and we load the page that we want it to work on. We'll see that our new button has been added here. And now we can either log in by clicking this button. This will try and log the user in through Facebook, or we can log into the site normally. If the user doesn't have an account, the normal login procedure would happen there. And now we have a post to timeline box. And once you enter your message, you simply click the Post to Timeline button, and a notice will show up at the bottom for the user to know that the action has been posted to their timeline. From here, they can even go in and see the action, all action that has been posted on their behalf to Facebook, and delete those actions, which is a requirement of Facebook to allow the user to delete them from your site. So now if we go to our Facebook homepage, we'll see our post, and it says has used an article, which is how Facebook works. And we'll see that our new post has been posted here. Something has been used. The message that we typed in here shows up. This is now prominently displayed to all users, and again, it is explicitly shared, which means that it will always show in the user's Facebook timeline. You'll also notice that in the post, the Open Graph image, Open Graph title, and Open Graph description have been set for the page. So now when a user sees this in their timeline, there'll be good context around the article that was actually being used and posted in the timeline. It also contains a link to the actual article, which is great for generating more traffic to your site.